yeah, it was a fun time. Solid pump having to figure out the freaking tree and the interstate. Then
I need to put my gums somewhere. So I can
You
get some
swallow.
Oreo. You swallow it.
what? I got a trash bag right there hanging on my door. You want Reese's?
No, I already had one. I want.
Oh, okay.
You mean Oreo?
An Oreo. I got milk. Where's my cup? Oh, okay.
There we go.
What's going on, people? I think, yeah, we should be filming.
Yeah, buddy.
If you can't tell, some stupidity is about to go down. And if you listen to this all the way through,
it's about to go down.
Respect to you. But hopefully, our goal is to be entertaining. Yet, I can't think right now. Fun, but informative, like information friendly. All right, guys, we got milk, we got Reese's, we got Oreos, we got Red Bull, and then we got Junior. Who have you been on a podcast before? I don't remember. I know I've done a couple with Joe.
No, I don't think I had. Not that I can remember. Not unless it was like a long time ago when your YouTube was just started.
It might have been. I think we Actually, I think we might have filmed one and I didn't post it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But if you don't recognize him, go check out my what videos you've been in LBL. The Kentucky one, he was probably a fan favorite just because his reaction of seeing his deer. And then we've had a couple other good ones, I think. But yeah, whatever case, we're gonna dive into. Both of us are taking big trips this year for turkey season, which is about to be amazing this year. Actually, hand me my iPad real quick. I'll show the fans.
All right.
I went and pulled a camera card today. So, I'm not sure about you, but like in the off season, I rarely run cell cameras very much because they just get expensive.
I do quite a bit because I'm stupid.
But I do run cameras all year round for the most part. So I run probably during hunting season. I probably run 8 to 10 cell cameras. Off season, I will always run at least 2 because I like having pictures sent to me, even if it's of squirrels. I just like having pictures sent to me. It's stupid. But I have regular cameras set up, and I don't know how well you can see that, but we got long beards in many different places. We got 5 on that, or 6 on that particular property. Here on my property, right here at my house, we got 4, and then I got a new property to hunt this year. Hopefully, if it all goes through, that I have no idea how many birds are on there, but there's 1,200 acres to hunt, so it's going to be hopefully really good. But anyways, nonetheless, oh yeah, if you haven't gone and checked out the NWTF vlog, you got to do that. It was a fun one. It was stupid. And what I found crazy is Seek1 actually commented on my video.
That was cool.
That was cool. His sister is a menace.
She is. Yeah.
But if you haven't watched it, Seek1 commented on my video because the idea of going to NWTF was to go hopefully walk around, ask stupid questions to these outdoor celebrities. I don't know if they would even consider themselves celebrities, but And so I talked with like Bo Brooks, Clay Newcomb. I think I talked to a few other people, but I kid you not, it was one of the most awkward videos I've ever made in my life. But I just did a clip. I just showed like the Seek1 booth. I was not about to stand an hour in line to just talk with Lee. If you see this, no offense to you, but I've met you like 3 times already, and it's like another time. I'd love to be one-on-one, but when it's in a rush crowd scenario, it just doesn't mean as much, I guess. That's just me. But his sister and I guess technically not stepsister is crushing hard on Alex from Seek1. And so I showed them in the camera. I said, "Did you get to meet your crush?" And she was blushing something crazy. And Lisa said, "No, he's ugly." So Seek1, called her out and asked her why she did him dirty like that. So
that's the funny part about my little sister. If she likes someone, she will trash talk them.
So Alex, if you see this, just know you got a couple 13-year-olds crushing on you. not sure if it's a compliment. But hmm. Nonetheless, all jokes aside, it was a great time. But yeah, like I said, me and Junior are taking big trips, both of us. You're going to Florida,
Florida.
in a week or two,
Yeah, next week.
so
So
get on them hospital. Then
right
I'll
after
Caesar's.
Brian's wedding, we're heading out.
Sweet. So, and then what else are you getting into? Besides, like, you're going down there mainly for turkeys, right?
Yeah, well, I'm going down there. We're going down there for turkeys. I probably won't get to shoot a turkey. It was kind of a deal.
Come on, Malin, get your man hooked up. He's your brother.
Well, yeah,
Favorite employee.
it wasn't really his fault, but well, what it is we traded. Me and him went out on a drone job for a guy, and he was like, he really liked us, so he was like, dude, instead of just paying you for we found his drone, the deer. It
Found
was
his deer with the drone.
we found his drone with the deer. His deer was way over a mountain. Like he would have never found it without the drone. So he was like the
Melon made a
biggest
video of
fan
that,
of the
didn't he?
drone. Yeah, it's on his.
That was a
YouTube.
pretty sweet one.
But yeah, he was like, dude, instead of paying you for the job, it was like, you want to come to Florida and kill an Osceola?
I would be so down to trade that.
And man was like, heck yeah. So pretty much we traded a turkey hunt for a drone deer recovery.
That's worth
And
it.
he was like, dude, bring your bows. You can shoot all the hogs you want. And he said a little something about alligators. I'm not sure. I really want to shoot an
That'd be
alligator.
sick. Dude, if you could kill an alligator, forget the turkeys. I would go for the alligator.
Yeah.
Because anybody can go down there and probably like go on public land.
Yeah.
And after some time, you're probably gonna get, especially if you have contacts, you can get on Osceola. Not everybody can go down there and shoot an alligator.
Yeah.
So that's.
But cool. Yeah, Malin's for sure gonna go down there, and he would probably give me a turkey tag, but they only get like 3 a year, I think, on the lease. They're kind of hard to get. But yeah, he's gonna try to kill a turkey, and I'll probably go down there. I'm gonna take my bow, probably at least shoot a hog or 2.
So I think else you'll have a fun week off.
I've never shot a hog, so it's kind of crazy.
So for all the time, we've been hog hunting quite a few times.
I know. Every time we go, it just doesn't work out.
We have a bear come in. That was years ago. That was crazy, actually. That was so much fun.
That was some good time.
Dude, I seen a video on my GoPro the other day that it was still from then. It was hysterical. Like, I'm trying to think, how old were we? You were 12 and I was 13. Like, this was a long ago. This was like before we went elk hunting.
Have you seen have you went back and watched they took the one down?
Oh, really?
The bear hunting video I made, but
or just pig hunting and a bear showed up.
Yeah.
You go check out Junior's channel. It is just Tuner Outdoors, though, right?
Probably don't.
or don't. It's up to you. I won't link it. Just if you want to go watch it, you can go find it. Yeah. But yeah, I think you probably linked in some other video somewhere. But
yeah, no.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's surprising. Like for as much hog hunting as we've done, that you haven't killed one yet.
Yeah.
Like I've never killed one with a bow. That's hopefully I can do that this year. I say that every year. I say the same thing about
the
turkeys.
only time I even got I got one opportunity at a hog that I could have almost shot, but it was like Mississippi. Me and Malin.
I was getting mixed up.
Missouri?
No, Missouri. Yeah, Mississippi. No, Missouri's still Midwest. My bad.
Yeah. No, me and Malin were hunting on Justina's
grandpa-in-laws.
Yeah. A group of them came out, but didn't get. I mean, I could have shot, but I thought they were gonna give me. I'm walking fast, and I thought they were gonna come out right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
They took out in the field into the long grass and disappeared. So
you did shoot a buck that trip, didn't you? You shot a little 8-point, didn't you?
No, a little 4-point.
Yeah, a buck.
That was the brownest down kind of trip.
Yeah, no doubt.
But
kind of like what our plan was for Kentucky this year, and that. If you haven't seen that video, the whole time that whole video, we're just like, yeah, we may shoot a few does. Like, we'll be happy with that. Ended up being incredibly good because I shot a doe. You shot a 110-inch 8-point. Joe shot a 125-inch 9-point. Like, it wasn't like even that we weren't necessarily killing giants by any means. Like those aren't in some people's eyes giants. Those were really
Yeah,
good deer to us, but
but it
that
was
was
my
like,
first decent deer with a bow. Even I mean,
mhm.
I hadn't
And we just
killed
had a really good time. Like that was just a fun little trip.
I hadn't killed
Can't
a
wait for
buck
this year.
except for a little button buck.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was a way to kick off. It's been a great season.
It really is.
That was the
And
best
then you
way
killed
you
your
could have kicked off our
then you
hunting
killed your
season.
buck
So
of 2 years hunting. Old
yeah,
crackhead.
yeah, that was I.
What was the story with him like? So you'd hit him the year before, right?
Yeah.
Do we not want to dive into
So
that?
yeah, we
I mean,
can.
we learn from our mistakes. I've hit so
Yeah.
many deer and stuff.
No,
Right.
I've made a lot of mistakes. Not gonna lie. I've I missed a lot of deer and
There's plenty of
wounded.
videos I've taken that haven't made YouTube because I either missed or screwed up on the shot.
Yeah, which yeah, I've learned, but still, I that
It sucks
adrenaline
every time,
hits you,
dude.
and but yeah, that was a crazy morning. The first time, I think it's the first time I ever seen him.
I remember the chat just blew up. Like we have a hunting chat for a bunch of those guys around here, and it just blew up. Junior's like sending all these videos. Like, I smoked him, I smoked him, I smoked him. And then as the day went on, the text got lower and lower.
dude, that was
and
heartbreaking.
less and less
And
energy.
we looked everywhere for that deer. He lost a lot of blood, but
And that's what crazy. Even like where you hit him was still a half decent shot. It just didn't get penetration, really.
no, it went through.
Really? Maybe I think of a different time.
Well,
or
the
something.
problem was
Something.
it was right in front of the hind leg. It was. I
Oh,
mean,
it was far back.
yeah.
I thought you had hit it like in the shoulder blade.
Okay, he had his leg was forward, so like
Mhm.
if it would have been like that much higher, he would have been dead. But it just got low enough. I guess it got just a little bit of brisket or whatever you call that. And I was like, I like to sit way up in a tree. So I was probably, I think I was 25 in a tree.
You are literally
foot in
one
a
of the
tree.
most interesting people when it comes to like you get up there freaking way up there as high as you can.
I know, and sometimes it kicks me in the butt because I'm
With a
shooting
gun,
at
I get that
such
for
a
a bow.
steep
I
angle.
can't do that myself.
Well,
Unless I'm on like on a hillside to where I need to get above them or something.
yeah, I don't get spotted or winded when I'm sitting high. Like I'll be sitting 16, 20 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting my wind
Some people are going
and
to
just
really.
very skittish.
I'll say one thing. Some people are going to get mad at me for saying this, but wind, in my opinion, is the last thing somebody needs to be concerned about in hunting.
Well, if you get high, high in the tree,
but I've sat.
if you get high,
what you saying you doing up in the tree?
I'm getting high every time.
Junior is up there full on
high on
cocaine,
milk.
high on milk. On that gas station chocolate milk. Did you see up there on Jim Garrett? Poor Ahmed's gas station got blown over. Poor guy. I feel bad for him.
Bro's gonna be heartbroken.
I know it. We had Junior be out here getting high on that milk, but then but it ended up really being a cool story.
No, the thing is, I feel like if you're sitting below 20 feet, I honestly think you do need to be worried about your wind.
Well, like for me, what I mean by saying wind is the last thing you need to worry about. I think you can't beat a deer's nose, but this year, I've many times, I had several deer come right downwind of me, and this is where it gets maybe controversial and people hate me for it. More so, my friends hate me for it because they have to stand it. Freaking deer pee. If you spray deer pee on your boots, I kid you not, spray deer pee on your boots. And when you get in the tree, spray. When you get in the tree, spray the tree trunk down.
Yeah, I can't stand the smell.
I've gotten to the point where I smell it for about 5 minutes, and then that's it. But that scent still lingers in the air, and it goes downwind. Sometimes I've heard stories of where that works out, where a buck will come running from upwind. From downwind to check out what that smell is. But multiple times this year, sitting over an open field where like my wind was clearly going right into my food plot. There was one time I had 8 deer in front of me, and not one of them pinned me to the tree.
Yeah, if you can handle it, yeah, take it.
But yeah, that method. I promise you, is not for
But
the
that's the
faint of
thing,
heart.
though. If you want them looking out, I put on my boots so they
Hmm.
smell my trail coming in. Like don't smell me, but smell
Hmm.
deer. But if you're in the tree, do you want them to smell you in the tree and look up at you?
I don't think because I don't think they can pin where the smell is coming from. They just smell it in the
Yeah.
air. That would be my thought. They'll pin you like to your movement. But I mean, I know everybody also says they don't want to give a buck action in a tree. They don't want the buck climbing the tree for them. But I'm just saying it you know you don't have to, and then you can wear scent killer, and maybe your deer wins you or not. But that's been a method that works for me like amazingly well.
Yeah.
And
I I use scent killer more than I use scent
mhm,
killer.
nose jammer, nose jammer is a really good one too. Not gonna
I
lie.
do a little bit.
What I've really honestly started doing is I'll spray my clothes down while it's like in a tote. Um, I'll spray it down with nose jammer. I do that maybe once a week during hunting season, and then every time I'm up in the tree, I'll just maybe even every 20 minutes or so just to check the wind first of all, and then just to have that scent go downwind, I'll spray it like I have one of those aerosol cans of doe urine. Spray it in the tree anytime. Like even September, I don't do it as much, but anytime from the first week of October till middle of December, when I pretty much middle of December, I'm almost done hunting with a bow. I'm strictly a gun, so I'm not really worried about that close up shot anyway. But for a full 2 months of time, I'll go through 3 bottles worth of dopey, just spraying that in the air and on my boots.
Yeah. No, I will. Like if I'm in the tree, I'll spray it in the
Hmm.
air.
As long as
I just don't spray it
so,
on me.
you remember that video? So I have a video up on my YouTube, and it would have been on my old
Yeah.
Instagram account.
I
I accidentally.
I also remember Side always being the guy you had to worry about spraying dopey on you.
Yeah, literally.
If he has a bottle, you better run.
You better ask what's in it, because I
Yeah.
had also I would pour actual deer pee in my scent killer.
Oh, Joe's
I
got
remember I did that one time.
yeah,
Joe was so mad at me. But yeah, that's a fun time for sure. Not gonna lie. Like it's everybody has their different methods for scent control. But I've just found like I don't sit on the ground. Well, if I'm bow hunting, I'm always either in my saddle or on my climber. So I generally speaking, I get over 20 feet, but right in 20 feet is my sweet spot. But I've just never really had to worry about scent control that much.
yeah. That's something I was saying about hunting high. I'm not saying I don't
Oh yeah, 100%.
ever like have the deer sniffing the wind, but I've had them. I've had them
Well, how many times last year did
pick up a
you
little
send
bit
us
of scent
videos?
and they'll look around, but they like I've I mean I've gotten blown out of the tree
Hmm.
this year a little like once or twice I
Well, you had
think,
so many times you're also sending
but
videos of the
like
deer
very
at the
few.
bottom of your tree, and you're just like chilling there.
Yeah, I'm dude. That the day before I shot crackhead, the evening before I
Yeah,
shot
that was cool.
crackhead, that that was one of the that was
That buck
honestly
game
one
was
of the
bedded
coolest
down right
hunts
by you.
I've ever had. Like something about it. 'Cause
Sitting there watching deer
I'm
just is
hunting
something
up on
special.
top of this big ridge that's just you can see forever.
Did you go shed hunting up there then?
I didn't. I
I'd say in that bedding area, I
started.
wouldn't be surprised if you could find at least one or
What
two.
it's hard. You can't walk through it.
Just find a bed, and maybe there might
Yeah,
be a.
that fun. That spot is fun to hunt. I wish it was closer to home, but
Hmm. It worked out
no.
for you. I mean, crackhead was what 133,
Yeah, 132. Yeah,
32,
but
145 right behind it. With my F-150. That's one thing people have
yeah,
to. I've actually annoyed people by like they're like, oh, what's the biggest buck you ever shot? 145 inches. Oh, really? Yeah, I killed it with my truck. There, so like actually, my biggest buck I've killed while hunting is 114 inches. I missed 130-inch 9 pointer early though this year, which that really sucked. But that was really fun. Did you video that shooting crackhead? That was sick that you were able to get on video and stuff. So okay,
yeah,
actually, do go check out Junior's channel. I will if I remember. I will link it.
yeah.
He's got his hunt
The
up from crackhead.
the like the quality wasn't great.
It was on a Tacticam.
No, I had a
GoPro?
GoPro and my phone,
Okay.
but well, it was the sun was out bright,
No,
so
yeah, especially from on that ridge.
yeah. Which he was in the shadow, but it looked well when he came through.
Yeah.
That dude that was that those that the evening before and that morning, that was probably my best 2 hunts,
Ever.
yeah, ever. 'Cause it was just cool. I had that 7 point.
Which he'll be a good one
I
next year
look
too.
up, which I was way up in the tree too, but I'm just got this whole edge of bedding, thick bedding, and I see this tree, I mean, this shrub just, I mean, shaking back and forth. I couldn't see the deer, but he was in there far enough I couldn't see him. This was a 7 point the evening before. And finally, I thought it was a squirrel. Then all of a sudden, I looked up and he's there, and I automatically thought, shooter, 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 because I just seen a decent rat. And then I seen he wasn't quite big enough, fairly wide, like,
He was a decent
decent.
looking deer,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was going back and forth where I was gonna shoot him, but I was like, oh,
It's one of those.
I still
Yeah,
had enough season ahead of me, and he wouldn't have been my
yeah.
biggest buck. So
That's one thing. Is like it's funny. I experienced it a lot last year too because I passed several really like just good mediocre bucks, and it is so hard. I mean, like okay, beginning of the season, everybody makes these memes too, like, oh yeah, me at the beginning of the season, oh, I want to hold out for a big buck. If you're a hardcore hunter and unless you've already killed big bucks and you can like you can handle just seeing a decent good like we're just playing down home back in the middle of nowhere Tennessee. Like big bucks are hard to come by. That deer hanging behind you is a once in a lifetime deer for people around here. Literally. Once out maybe 1 out of 10 people will shoot that size of a deer around here. And I don't say that lightly because it's amazing. And there's been some and it's amazing. Around here, bigger and bigger bucks are starting to get shot. So like big bucks are
yeah,
starting to become a lot more common, thankfully, which is amazing. But for us, like we'll sit there and you pass deer for over a month of the season, like you already go through all of September, all of October, and you get to that second week of November, you see a lot of deer movement or something. And if you're in Kentucky, you're already maybe a month and a half into your season. It's like it's hard to pass a good 110, 115-inch deer. Now, granted, I did end up shooting one that size, but that was a mature deer. Like I
yeah,
would say that's a solid. I mean, someone would say a 4 year old not a mature deer, but that one's a solid deer. Um, and honestly, I didn't see him really like. I didn't see him getting any bigger, to be honest. Um, so, but yeah, there's something to be said about like when you grind out for again almost 2 months of the season. It's like it's hard to pass a decent little buck like that, especially when you haven't like you only shot how many does you shoot this year?
two. Oh, I shot. Okay, I thought it was a doe, but it ended up being a buck, which was stupid. But
Okay, so you shot
I'm not
starting
used to
off though. You
hunting on
shot
the
your one in
ground.
Kentucky starting off.
Yeah,
So
and
you
then I
started out the
shot.
season pretty good with a
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
with a nice 8 point.
I started off great. That was almost my biggest buck, not quite, but my biggest buck with a bow. Then I shot. Why can I not think right now? I did. Yeah, I just shot. I didn't shoot a doe this year.
So you just shot those 2 bucks.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not bad. I had like in some ways I would say it's my best year ever. And I would say that from multiple different angles. Like I probably had this year I had the most quality in buck size I've ever had. Like the amount of different bucks I had on camera was awesome. I killed 11 deer. That's including the one with my truck. So 10 I hunted and killed. I killed I think 5 with my bow, which was really cool. Killed one at LBO, which is always a goal when you go there. And it wasn't a Bambi. I started out the season rough. I went 3 for 3 with tiny deer. The
yeah.
Kentucky one was a mediocre doe. It wasn't a big doe, wasn't a little doe, but it dang sure wasn't a big doe. And then I came home, first week of the season here, shot a Bambi. Didn't have spots though. And then the week later, I shot another little doe, which that was embarrassing because if you go look at that video, I think it's titled "I Shot the Wrong Deer." That one in the video it looked like a bigger doe when I shot it. So I can't really say much about that. But either way, I shot small deer, and it really got to a point where everybody's like, I showed up to LBL, and literally everybody's like, "Oh, so you're going to shoot a Bambi here too?" Like everybody was joking with me. You're going to shoot the small deer, and it's fine. I shoot small deer. happy to fill the freezer.
Bambi Slayer right
But I
there.
am literally the epitome of our hunting group chat is me, Bambi Slayer. And how many times when I post a video or something, a picture of me shooting a deer, and then they're like, somebody's holding up the name.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a solid year though. Like I've the county I live in now just switched to a 3 doe day every day unit. So I can shoot literally if I saw 3 deer out my window during gun season, I can shoot 3 does every day for every day of the season, which is crazy. Personally, I don't think our
Which okay,
population is that high, but
right here, I think that's kind of crazy because you just don't see that many deer. There's not.
for the most part, I mean, it just depends on the area. Yeah.
Now you go like
Now over at my other
Sparta.
literally 10 minutes down the road at my other lease I had so many does there. I don't think I could have killed enough does there, and I wouldn't be making a dent. But then that giant farm, me and my dad went and hunted this year. Another just overloaded with deer.
What unit is that in?
Still here.
Oh, it is.
So yeah, we can shoot 3 does a day. And then even if not, as a landowner, I'm pretty sure you can get landed like permits to shooting more deer than technically over the bag limit. But yeah, it was a solid hunting season. Like definitely want to remember. That Kentucky hunt will go down to me as probably the funnest hunt I've been on in a long time. That weekend was just like it was fun. We had a good time, but then topped it all off. We all killed. I mean, Junior shot the buck that I was hunting because I had him on camera. Junior switched, didn't you?
Yeah.
You switched spots
No.
the day we showed up. Or had you gone the week before and hung a set? I don't remember.
Oh, I did put a blind down.
That's what it was. And then you sat there in the morning. The cows were there.
I don't think I sat there, did I?
Yeah, because then mid-morning you went and switched and hung your tree stand up there in the corner of the cornfield.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Whatever the case, whatever he did, it worked.
Yeah, I was about giving up, and I look up. Okay, I did think I thought he was bigger. That I did
Junior,
think it was.
I can go. I think on my video, I said on like you just called me and I videoed it. And I was like, dude, Junior just called me and said he shot 130+ inch deer.
Yeah, but right after I said that, I was like, I just don't know. It was like I don't. Okay, when I shoot a deer,
you get tunnel vision. I get tunnel vision
after I decide to shoot the thing.
Mm-hmm. Especially look at nothing else but just
I have a hard time. Like everything's a little bit of a blur after that. Like
I feel that. I'm kind of the same. I think
I get a little tore up.
That was awesome. I remember because you were sitting. I mean,
that's the first deer I killed with my elite. Absolutely. I mean, I didn't get that.
That was the funnest thing is we could rub it in Joe. Joe, if you listen to this, we can rub it in your face that rage do penetrate.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody that says a rage doesn't penetrate. I mean, okay, I'm shooting a 27-inch draw and a 70-pound bow, but still.
Yeah, and you were still shooting that heavier Easton arrow back then, weren't you? You were still shooting that Easton.
Yeah, that's true. It was a little bit of a heavier arrow.
But even then,
I shoot a lighter arrow now.
But you're still shooting a 450 grain arrow, which is a typical bow setup.
Yeah, and yeah, that thing it was quartering too, and he picked me out of the tree. So
you shot him right here.
He was about to bolt off, so it was like I felt good. I have faith in rage that I can punch through shoulder, unlike some people. But yeah, I shot him. I mean, he absolutely. I mean, he tore out of there and was.
I heard him from. I was 300 yards sitting, and I could hear that.
He was crashing like crazy.
Because like after he called me, I didn't know what I heard, but I was like, this could have been just a deer running through the woods. But then Junior called me right after. I just shot. And I was like, I heard the thing.
He came running right by me. There's, I mean, about this much of the fence that was cut off that he got under, and yeah, tore off. I felt good about it. Like I thought I smoked him, and I kind of did.
You did.
Yeah,
he only ran.
Yeah, he didn't go far. It was forward a little more than I thought, but I knew he was quartering to me. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
then you almost got full pass through too.
I got down and I didn't see just a ton of blood. It was, it was enough forward shoulder that didn't have just a ton of blood right away.
Didn't it hit pretty high too? I don't remember exactly, but
Yeah, I don't think it was
when it
super
bled out
high.
crazy
I
fast.
can't remember. But yeah, then we had to wait for Malin to show up with the drone. I was going insane because I was pretty tore up because at that point I could have went on and tracked it, but I didn't have a ton of blood, and Malin was coming down there anyways to
Mhm.
look for Josiah's deer. So yeah, we decided to just wait. But
That was fun.
yeah,
That was so worth it.
it
Though.
was about all I could handle waiting to where
And
when he
then,
got the
yeah.
drone there, I was like,
Just
I don't care.
He did kind of screw around a little bit.
Yeah,
Sorry, Madeline, we're not calling you out, but we did mess around a while.
yeah.
But that was a fun weekend.
No, I was glad he came with the drone too because it was in the
It was in
Johnson
the
grass.
high grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
But technically, I didn't realize until after the video. Well, somebody commented, and I forgot that technically we shouldn't have you shouldn't have been carrying your bow. To even if we already knew the deer was dead, that's technically not legal to carry it to the recovery.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think.
Yeah, but we didn't know, so you know.
I like in all honesty, just wanted to get a picture with my bow in it. But yeah,
we did.
yeah.
That was, and then the little just gutting deer till midnight. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Got home late. Joe got pulled over in my truck on the way home. The cop was super chill. He thought it like he wasn't even speeding. It was for my busted taillight. And then the guy's like, "Oh, you guys hunting?" I'm like, "Yeah." And we were like, "Well, we're gonna have to take a little while because he's gonna call the game warden because we said we got deer." Which like, it's alright. It's legal, but he's like, "We're gonna have to just sit here forever." And the cops, "All right, cool. Glad you guys got something." We looked at the deer and said, "All right, guys, go home now." It was awesome. But yeah, that was for sure one of the funnest weekends.
Yeah. And then the next weekend we went back,
And
and
it
I was
was
hunting the
stinking
same
hot.
spot.
You had a giant show up there too.
Yeah, me and Nate Green were hunting the same spot, which I already had my buck tag filled. So it's just
He shot a
him
skunk, didn't
hunting.
he?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Shot a skunk.
A skunk came out last night. Not last night, last light, and he was like, should I shoot it? I was like, I don't know. I was like, sure.
Next thing you know,
And he goes for it. I would have never. I don't think I would have the guts to shoot a skunk.
I did the other
But
night.
he did, and luckily nothing happened. Like
I did the other
he
night.
he shot it like right in the sprayer. I think like somehow it didn't spray. I guess it died pretty much.
I
instantly.
shot one 2 weeks ago over at my sister's place. Don't use duck shot at 20 yards with a full choke. Let's just say it smelled real bad for about 2 days. Thankfully, it snowed the second night, and it kind of made the sound or made the smell go away.
Yeah, I do not like skunks.
Skunks
I've never gotten sprayed, but yeah, I've
hit enough of them on the road. You know what they smell like.
Yeah, I've been walking into my spot, and you look up, there's a skunk like right in front of you because they don't
make any noise. They're quiet.
Yeah, they are quiet. And all right, buddy, let me just back
Take
out
it
here.
easy. But, yeah, that's fun stuff.
Yeah, no.
Now, to get onto the turkey hunting side of things. So, like he said, he's going down to Florida. I guess if you're not technically turkey hunting, we're definitely going to have to do some videos around here.
Yeah. No, I'll be going along turkey hunting too.
Do we seriously need to go hunting this year
Yeah,
together?
that dude.
If nothing else, it'd just be fun to film. Like I'll literally just go film for you.
I'm fired up for turkey season, and I think I got it last year. Down there where I hunt some. I'm not gonna say the location, but there's a ton of turkeys in that area, right where I'm hunting.
We'll just say we're in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's not just great, but I was up the road, and yeah, there was a bunch of turkeys out in the field strutting and stuff, and I went and tracked down the property owner. It ended up being his cousin or something, and she was supposed to give me his number but never did. So I wasn't able to get a hold of that guy. But this year, the property next to it I seen he's building a new house there. I seen the dude out there just so I would be the property owner. And it was actually in deer season. The reason I stopped is because there was a buck chasing the doe. I was
Mm.
going to ask him for deer hunting permission. So I talked to him for a little bit. Me and Caleb talked to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't want anybody to deer hunt, but if you're interested in turkey hunting, hit me up." So yeah, that's what I'm planning on
That's really
doing
sweet.
this
And you
year.
already had decent amount at your other place. Like, didn't you had turkeys on camera there? So.
Yeah, they kind of hang out in the fall there. It seems like, but spring they're there
Mhm.
some, but it's not just great. But
Yeah.
yeah,
This season, I have a feeling this season's going to be really good. More so for the fact that I'm going to be going to, like, I'm going to Montana and Virginia this year to turkey hunt, plus here at home. So opening week is like April 13th, I think, here. So I'll hunt opening. My buddy Nate's coming down. If you watched any of the turkey hunting videos last year, he was in a couple of those. He's coming down. We're going to hunt here opening weekend, probably just Saturday and Sunday morning, and then head up to Montana Sunday evening. And we're just going to drive up there, probably all the way through. We'll see. We may stop in like South Dakota or something and visit up some buddies there. But then we'll head up to Montana, hunt there we're planning on being there for a week, and then come back down. And I think probably within a week or two of that. Dude, there's so many weddings right in that time too here. That's gonna be kind of annoying, guys. Shout out to all my buddies. Thankfully, they're all getting married now, but
at least it's not.
plan on not during deer season.
Yeah.
Okay, thankfully they're not during deer season. Turkey season is it's ish okay, but
I feel like turkey season, you don't have to be quite as not quite as committed to one deer.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you just
dude, I've been working this turkey for 4 years
yeah,
straight.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
But,
not like you're chasing after this one deer to where if you have
Yeah.
to miss a weekend, it's not the end of the world.
yeah,
It's annoying.
and for the most part,
I'm gonna
turkey
be
hunting, you can just be out there for a few hours in the morning and go out in the evening too. You can, or you can hunt all day if you want. In some states, you're not allowed to hunt past noon for turkeys, which is kind of
Ohio or
crazy.
something.
Missouri,
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I think. No, maybe it's Mississippi. One of them. Yeah, it is
I
Mississippi.
think I seen on one of the Hunting Public
yeah.
videos.
Mississippi, you can't. And I think there's a few other states, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be one sweet year. Hopefully, do some. We're gonna do like Montana's gonna be my fun trip. I think because we're gonna do turkey hunting. Hopefully, we can get us some coyote hunting. And I know because my grandparents live up there, we're gonna do some prairie dog hunting. That is literally one of the funnest things to do. Just get the AR and shoot prairie dogs at 300 yards. That is so much fun. If you haven't done it before, if you live out west, you know probably what I'm talking about. Maybe it's just more special for me as a southern dude that gets to do it maybe once or twice a year. But prairie dogs is a fun time. So looking forward to that. And then this fall, hoping to get into. Hopefully, I get drawn for Montana elk tag. Me and my dad.
I just applied for mule deer in
Colorado.
We're
Sweet.
going down there.
And then I'm
Not
going to
sure
get
you coming or not.
I don't know if I get on Montana, I probably won't because I'm also going to South Dakota for mule deer
Yeah.
archery
That
because I can get a tag over the counter there. I'm like I've never killed a mule deer, never killed an elk. So I'm not going to be too picky. Like for my first one, I'm not going to say it's got to be a giant.
I thought you killed a mule deer.
No. Unfortunately, I've been mule deer hunting, been elk hunting, but never killed.
Yeah.
I would have killed one if it wasn't for him. I'm still salty about that.
Yeah.
He was determined to get first shot and wouldn't give me the gun.
Yeah. Well,
It's okay.
yeah.
Your dad was pretty hard up there for you to get the first shot. Too,
Yeah,
anyway.
that was kind of the deal. But yeah, it's all right.
We had a bull. Junior's facing this way. I'm facing this way. We're laying on like a pond dam, and we had a bull run through this way. And Junior was able to spin the gun
I still
over.
to this day honestly didn't know you could have shot it.
Oh really?
I thought you could see it through the brush or something.
I had a pretty clear shot. He's probably about like 35, 40 yards. Yeah. And that was a cold morning. I did kill something that morning though. I killed a rabbit with a 357 Magnum.
And my horse wouldn't stop. Dude, that
you and Joe both got bucked off.
That was a fun trip.
Dude, we're packing in, and Joe.
I had a rough.
Off the horse.
Yeah, I had a rough time on that trip because
You were tiny too. You might have been 105 pounds soaking wet.
I'm still small, probably not even that, but I was the smallest 12-year-old. I mean, I'm still small, but I mean, I
But
was
he
like,
be going to the gym last night. Brother was looking thick.
he thick.
We ain't trying to be zesty or
I'm
gay here.
still
I'm
trying
just
to
complimenting a
bulk
brother.
up. But
The
try,
bulk is bulking.
I'm
See, why do
trying.
you think we're drinking Oreos and milk? We're
Yeah,
bulking. The
exactly.
pump was real though. That was a fun
Yeah.
workout last night.
But
And
no,
dude,
I
on
was
a
like
horse race
4'8" when we went to Colorado.
for real. Dude, then on a horse race across the meadow, and Junior got bucked off. And I
Yeah.
remember it was like icy snow, and Junior literally was small enough. He didn't even sink into the snow. He just skidded on the top of the snow.
But no, that trip had some ups and downs, but it was
dude,
fun.
you really get to know a person when you're up there for 2 weeks in a mountain with them. Like that was a long 2 weeks, that's for sure.
For real, and I killed my
killed
elk
last
like
day.
the last
Day,
couple
last
hours.
5 hours of the trip, like that was crazy.
Yeah, and I was this close to. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I was hunting by myself. I wasn't. You're supposed to be 18 to hunt by yourself, but
Well, Malin just left you for a little
we
bit.
killed 4 elk that morning.
No,
But,
even all together, yeah.
Yeah, but they needed one of our horses up on another mountain.
Up on the big peak.
Yeah, and so Malin left to take his horse up there, and I was almost went with him. He was like, you can come with me, or if you want, you can stay because this is the last hunt. And I was like, you know what? I'll stay out here and give it one more shot. And I wasn't paying that close attention even. I pretty much hopes were this low. I look up, see an elk 300 yards away, and I was like, wait, is this real? And yeah, I shot him. He dropped right there.
Took us forever to find him.
Yeah, I was tore up. And like I said,
we were scared
when I
when
decide to shoot something, everything, I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of a blur. Like I forget stuff. So like I knew I seen it drop right there. But then we got down there looking for it, and I started doubting myself.
In this high bushes and stuff, it's about impossible to pinpoint your spot.
Yeah, it's like little, looks like.
I remember Junior
end up being big old trees.
Yeah, I remember Junior getting on the walkie-talkies, and Junior's like, "I killed him," and I was sitting on a peak, probably 400 yards from me, and I could look down there, and you're sitting between. There's these 2 big boulders, like we were kind of sitting in between, and I see Junior standing on the one, and bro literally leaps like probably. It was a long distance for a little man like him, and he just jumps between both. And from 400 yards out, I could hear him yipping. And then I remember Malin's like, "How big was it?" And you're like, "I think it was like a 3x3 or something." And isn't it? It has to either be a 3x3 or it has to have a certain length eye guard.
Yeah, I think it has to have 3 points on one side,
or has to have an eye guard.
Yeah, it's got to have
at least a 5-inch eye guard. And next thing, Malin was like worried you shot a legal bull. He was scared you shot like probably not a legal bull.
I know, and I felt sure I did, but then like it was kind of a blur. Like I literally just couldn't hardly remember what happened.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, then we got down there looking for it, and everything looked totally different.
It was a nightmare.
Malin was like, "Okay, you go back on the mountain, back where you were sitting, and try to tell me where it was on the walkie-talkie." So I tried to guide him in the right spot, and I literally guided him right to it.
That was the video. I wanted to see still have the video of you like walking up on it for the first time, because me and him had to sit there and wait for you forever to come.
I think somewhere.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
fun trip. But yeah, I'm trying to think. What time are we at? Probably about close to an hour. So yeah, fun stories. We'll definitely get into another pod here. I know I've been running behind. I've been gone for like literally 3 weeks, almost since I filmed my first podcast for the second, I guess I would say second season of podcast I've been doing, trying to restart it. And I filmed that first one, and I was literally gone for 3 weeks straight, just off and on. Didn't have time to do one. and then I've been procrastinating for the last 2 weeks to do one. So hopefully we can get back into a rhythm and keep them coming. But we got turkey season here in exactly a month, probably, hopefully, and then yeah, I should do one with. I just started working at my bow shop, so I should do one with Jared there, our main bow guy.
Dude, I would love to see
That
that.
would be fun. He would love to be on one. Is the thing.
Yeah.
I would really like to do one with Malin and talk about his drones or the drone deer recovery because that's what he does. So that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, once we get into turkey season,
That would get a lot of
I think
views.
it would. I think it would. It's a hot topic here in Tennessee right now. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Especially
there's a
with
lot of people mad
lots
about
of
it.
controversy.
Yeah.
It's a very controversial subject, but
Yeah.
we'll save the talking about it till
Yeah.
till Malin's able to be on it. But anyways, we got our. Are we going to the gym?
Are we?
What? We should.
Yeah, I should go hit legs.
Nay, not legs. But
I
yeah,
just
we
wanna
got
get it
our
over
our
with.
bulking food in. So we good. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. That was fun. Let me know what you think in the comments because I appreciate the feedback. And then like I said, go check out Junior's channel. He's got the buck shot last year on there. If I remember, I will link it in the description.
Yeah. And I don't post regularly.
It's just a thing when you can.
I honestly,
or when you have a video, just to post. I don't even post as much as I should.
I just film some of my hunts and put them on there.
Yeah.
Like I don't post consistently or try to, but yeah.
Fun stuff. Well, guys, like I said, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram, JH_outdoors_21. I'm doing a big giveaway on there right now. I'm giving away a Darton Maverick bow. If you don't know what that is, so go get yourself entered into that. And yeah, hopefully going to do some more giveaways here before turkey season. I'd like to do a turkey season specific giveaway kind of deal. So make sure you're following me on Instagram for that. And I may announce it on YouTube too. But it's easier to do a giveaway over Instagram. YouTube is so hard to contact people if they win. And that's the hard part. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in for the second episode of this. And we'll try and run it back here in another week or two. So love you people.
Peace. Ouch.